So.
Jake, I guess I'll start.
Yeah.
Being at the first event, how excited does that make you for when it's your turn?
Yeah, whenever you're at fights live, it always makes it a lot more exciting, especially being here. The fights have all been great so far. The crowd's enthusiastic, so it makes it really exciting. Something's been talked about for a while, so I'm glad it's finally kicking off. I haven't fought. It's been almost a year now. I think it's been really close to a year, so I'm ready to get back in there and win another world title.
What was your initial reaction when you heard of the PFL the first time?
First, you're skeptical. Is it going to happen or not? You hear this $1 million tournament. Sounds like a lot of money. So are they going to do it? And then, it's finally coming together. So I'm super excited. I decided to stay with them and then run off somewhere else.
Being the veteran probably of everyone in your division and you being the favorite, you kind of have a target on your back. Are you used to that, or does that excite you? Or?
Yeah, I'm kind of, I've fought through so many shows. I've been the target, been the underdog, done both ways. So I don't really care. It's there are a lot of tough up-and-comers, so I'm not looking past these guys, but I plan on going out there and winning the title.
And with it being a different format, do you have a different strategy for getting through the season, especially when the rules change a little bit?
Just trying to get through each fight at a time, The rules change are pretty small to elbows. It's just a matter of getting through 5 fights in a row. That's going to be tough, but I think I'm someone looking, stay focused and stay healthy and do it.
And lastly, from me, if you win that $1 million, what are you doing with it?
Luckily I've already made some pretty good money in investments in the sport, so I'm not broke, but $1 million is still a good chunk of money. So not one thing I'll do, but probably take a nice trip, take a little time off before I get back, maybe do a couple more fights.
Jake, Xavier Porter, BrooklynFights.com.
He's gone.
So can you tell us what separates PFL from UFC and MMA?
It's just, they treat the fighters better, and it's also, it's no politics. They're doing a season where if you win, if you win, you move forward. The UFC is kind of, they pick and choose to give the titles based off who they like a lot, They let guys pick their fights. There's no picking their fights here. It's just it's a set system. You go and you fight.
What about Bellator?
Bellator, never fought for him. I fought for Scott Coker, who's had to strike for us, and I like Scott, so I'm not nothing bad to say about him. So.
Well, the format is similar to Bellator to UFC.
The Bellator and UFC is pretty much the same format. This is the first time where they've done it, where it's like a season, to get in the tournament, and the tournament moves forwards regardless of politics. So I think it's they have an exact system of who fights who, the seeding. I think it's pretty interesting.
Now your next fight is scheduled when?
July 5th.
Okay, how excited are you for that?
Yeah, I haven't fought in a while, so I'm super excited to go out there and fight again.
Jake, Michael DeSantis, I'm at MaceHucker.com. Nice to meet you. What are your thoughts on your opponent?
I think he's talented. He's a good wrestler, heavy power puncher. The crazy thing is I actually fought his father twice. Shows how long I've been in the sport. Lost to him the first time and then came back and submitted him. And it's crazy that when I saw the name, I'm like, Ray Cooper, sounds familiar. I looked him up, and sure enough, it was the son of the guy I fought. So I think that's super interesting, but it adds some extra excitement to it.
And what are your thoughts on the PFL point system where you get more points for a finish?
Yeah, they got to do something for seeding the tournament, so it makes sense. You got to have some kind of scoring system. So I think it's fair. I think if you win both fights, you're pretty much guaranteed into the. I haven't calculated, but I'm pretty sure that would guarantee you into the tournament. So if that's the case, then what are you gonna do? You have to find some way to pick and choose who you're gonna cut.
Jake, Keith Shell on the MMA Takeover. You've been in the sport for almost 20 years. We're in Madison Square Garden right now. Do you ever think this day would come way back in 1999?
No, my first fights were Indian reservations, tents and stuff. So you definitely didn't see fighting Madison Square Garden. So it's pretty cool how much the sport's changed. Yeah.
Back of bars and ballrooms.
Yeah, we fought in some ghetto places. Yeah. Especially in California, it was illegal when I used to do it. So we'd have to go in Indian land and fight.
So obviously you've reached the highest level. You've got one of the best resumes of any fighter in history. You've been a Strikeforce champion. You challenged for UFC title. You're in the PFL. You're the favorite to win. And you never got a $1 million payday. Is that surreal?
Yeah, like I said, I've fought in all these shows, won world titles, fought all over the world. But if I win this, that'll be my best payday still. So it's pretty crazy.
What would that do for your legacy, to cement your legacy? What would that do?
I think it would do a lot because I've already accomplished so much. If I go out and win another world title at 39, just shows how great I am. All these young up and comers, they go out there and beat all these guys.
Obviously, you're an extremely accomplished grappler, extremely accomplished wrestler. kind of using your game plan to take someone down and submit them. Do you believe, based on that and the chance of not getting injured by taking to the ground, that actually favors you even more? For
I
this
think,
style?
yeah, I think, you know, if you take less damage, you're more likely to be healthy for your next fight. There's no doubt about that. You know, you want to go in there and take the least amount of damage as possible and win these fights. So,
You're 39 years old. You win $1 million at the end of the year. Any chance you say, hey, you can't get better than this? And
yeah,
come
there's
up
definitely a chance. I'm not gonna say I am gonna retire, but yeah, there's definitely a possibility. You know, you might win this and be like, hey, what do I want to do it? Or I might win it and be like, hey, I still feel great. Maybe I'll hop in there and do some more. So I just take it one fight at a time right now.
Like I said, my very last question, like I said, you fought the best of the best.
Yeah.
You look at this field you're going against, you know the 11 guys. Is there one guy that stands out that you said, hey, this might be a tricky opponent?
I think there's 4 or 5 guys that are pretty tough in here. I looked at everything. I could beat everyone, but there's also some guys that, you know, can give me trouble. I'm not going to be unrealistic. Be like, oh, this is a walkthrough. I mean, any one of these guys is dangerous, you know.
Is there anybody particular, though, you're really...
There's not one particular guy. There's a few tough guys in here.
Thank you.
All right.
All right, thank you, Jay.
Thank you, Jay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Cool.